wasn't sure I'd see you again. You managed to get what you need?
Nah, I just went out for a little stroll. Thought I'd stop back and say hi.
It's a good thing your survival and my humanity aren't at stake. Otherwise, I might be annoyed by your attitude.
Previously on Madman.
But then there's two inevitable words that comes out of a stranger's mouth. Smash clone. Smash clone.
That's a down air, that's a fair or side B. These are all moves with smash inputs. We've been waiting for Melee HD for a long time.
Trick Super Slam for the Nintendo DS and GBA. It's not the flex you want it to be. What the fuck is this? I have never seen such an uglier game than this one. The colors are messed up, the character models are insanely gross to look at. It controls like dog shit. It's so freaking annoying. What the fuck was that? Huh. Interesting. How you doing? My name is Catching Cease and welcome to another episode of Platforming on Your Mom. Game Boy Advance was amazing for its time. You could even say it was advanced. I mean, this is where I played my first Rayman game. This is where I played my first Mario Kart game. This is where I played my first RPG game. From Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga to Pokemon and Fire Emblem. I didn't even know it was called RPG. When I was a kid, I thought it was called games you can level up in. There were a lot of obscure games on the GBA, but one of them that I have played when I was a kid is Sonic Battle. Now, in my eyes, technically this is a platform fighting game, and this is where my whole opinion and this video revolves around. You know, I get the meme smash clone this, smash clone that, smash killer this, smash killer that, but this game cooked. Well, this is not the original box art for the game. It's still raw as hell. I got a commission and did this video idea all by myself. No force required. Let's just jump into it.
You're as beautiful as the day I lost you.
Okay, that was really powerful. That was really powerful. Now let me just play the game. Well, okay, that'll wake up your ants. Right off the bat, the game is quick, loud, and just in your face. And you know what? I like it. If you stare at the screen for a bit too long, and by a bit too long, I mean like 10 seconds, it'll play a mini demo just for you, ready for you to press start. Alright, let's just start the game, and my name will be Dude. Right off the bat, we got story mode, battle mode, challenge mode, training mode, mini games, battle record, and you know, some options if you want. Let's just try battle mode and see what that is. Battle alone. Okay. No thanks, I'll just wait.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
There are techs and mechanics that we know that's kind of like similar to Smash Brothers. I'll touch that a little bit later in the video, but for now, let's go see what the story mode holds. So we get thrown into Emerald Town when it's just a cute little town and you can just go to the places that you need to go. It's a very linear thing. Sonic just like stops in like the middle of the beach and he goes, "Man, I'm so bored." So Sonic takes this robot to Tails to see what's up because, you know, as we all know, Sonic is like the go-go gadget of the Sonic universe. When we find Shadow and we just fight him. So then I beat Shadow like it's hedgehog season. I tell him there are no Latinas.
I just love Latinas, Sonic.
And then after that battle, we then see Tails. We leave the robot with Tails. We go back to Emerald Beach. And Rouge is just standing there. She wants to team up with Sonic, where Sonic is like, and then they just fight. I forgot to mention from the first fight, you get to choose between 3 abilities, your projectile, ground attacks, and everything like that. It's a really interesting take on the genre. A lot of the NPC will block some of your attacks, so you have to switch your tactics, just, you know, switch up your attacks every now and then. Every character can heal, parry, And like I said, it's a very interesting take and mechanics that are like quite impressive. Also, if you double tap where you move, you get this nice little dash, but I found myself not using it as often. So after beating Rouge and collect the rent, she goes, and then just have to fight her once again. Then after beating Rouge, she hits you with the classic, okay, bye. And then you just gotta go back to Tails. Upon going to Tails, you fight this robot that looks almost identical to your robot, but you know, without the coloring. This is the easiest fight in the game, like hands down. As you can see, I'm still trying to get used to the controls, but when it's time to play as that damn orange robot, the gameplay is just gonna be worse. Like, it's just gonna be me just wobbling NPCs.
Just scaring. And here we go. Neutral game. Ooh. Oh my god.
Oh my
that
god.
was so sick.
Oh! That was so sick. So
for some weird reason, in the mid story, they just give you like a tutorial, which is, you know, alright, better late than never, but I mean, it's just kind of weird. Through the progression of story mode, the game gives you rewards to upgrade your robots, which I found that very interesting. It'll be explained better and why I find that interesting in the more competitive side of this game. So then after the tutorial, Sonic and Tails figured out that this robot can learn other moves. Sonic goes, I'm bored. They just had the greatest idea to just have a free-for-all between all of them in order to Emerald get more information about the moves and how to fight and etc, you know. In this edit skill section, you can edit literally whatever you want, and as you can see, you can implement it to Emerald. In this game, you can collect the skill list, you can collect whatever from each and all characters. You can implement it to Emerald, the robots. I mean, look at that. I only have 10%. But the name Emerald, literally Sonic just gives it to him. Just gives it to the robot because it powers by the Chaos Emeralds. I mean, it's pretty nice name, pretty funny. It's pretty Sonic. Just letting you know, it's pretty Sonic. Before we look for the Chaos Emerald though, you know, and go see Knuckles, one of those gray robots appeared and you need to just beat the living shit out of it. Not only once, but twice. And if you haven't upgraded your robot by then, is going to be a slugfest. I mean, look at this shit. I personally did not upgrade it Emerald simply because I just want to experience it just the vanilla way, I guess. Mostly because he didn't hit on me that yeah, you can just upgrade this little guy and just be better, but skill issue, I just wanted to be the better robot. After that snail race, you go into the plains where you find Gamma, where you fight him 3 against 1. And after that, you meet Knuckles, where Sonic was like, hey Knuckles, give me a Chaos Emerald. And Knuckles is like, no way, Jose. So then you gotta fight Knuckles. I forgot to mention, the blue bar above your health bar is the meter. When you fill up that meter, you get a one-hit KO, an instant KO if you land one of your special moves. You gain a lot of meter if you block hits or get hits.
Okay. We are cooked.
When a character is flashing, that means the instant one-hit KO is on deck, and upon using it, the character will no longer be flashing. Yeah, so this game is insane. But yeah, don't mind me, my robot has less HP than a coughing Akuma. So, since I don't want to upgrade my Emerald, yeah, this is what I gotta do. When you whiff, and then you get hella punished. Like, what do you mean I missed? So after finally beating Knuckles, finally getting a card, you get a skill point increase, and now it's time for my Chaos Emerald. You just fight him again?
what? We're flying to Philadelphia. Oh hell no! Yeah! Who won the lottery? I did!
So with a couple of semi-wobbling here and there, like so, Knuckles gives you the Chaos Emerald. What's funny is that Knuckles is like, Sonic, what is this thing? Sonic literally goes, I don't know, I'm just bored. After giving the Chaos Emerald to Emerald, which is, you know, kind of stupid. Why would you give an Chaos Emerald to a robot that you barely know? Gives you a little bit of a jump scare, and then he says thank you. And that's how episode 1 ends. So yeah, if you couldn't tell, the storyline basically consists of giving a Chaos Emerald to Emerald. But remember that I told you we were going to get into the competitive side of the game. Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Not only that, but you can do stuff like this, stuff like this. To skip a couple of frames and then parry. And then basically like doing like a wave dash. If you want to know what happens if you just maximize your emerald, pretty interesting results. For every game that can play competitively, there is a tier list, and I found this tier list on Reddit the other day. Shout out to be arguably top 1 in the game, definitely checks out. Stuff that I haven't talked about, for mini games, you kind of have to get some friends with you to play the mini games. And then we have challenge mode, where it's like your standard stage 1, 2, 3, etc, etc, and just place against CPUs. It's 1v1, 2v1, 3v1. It's a pretty cool thing to get sidetracked, but other than that, I believe to get 100% completion for the game. And that is all that she wrote. I honestly do think that this game has charm, thought put into it, and the community just finding out a lot of these competitive aspects is actually pretty insane. I played this game when I was a kid, so it's definitely just a little bit nostalgic. I do think there are much worse Smash clones out there, but I do think this one might not be that bad, so there you go. If you like this video, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment on which Smash clone you want me to do next. And with that being said, hope you guys have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys in another video, and as always, stay gassy.